Welcome to another edition of Thinking Caps, where we are going to be taking a second look at the Metaverse and what it all means for marketers. Stay tuned. Now today I am joined by the Metaversely acclaimed Vice President of Brands and Community here at CHEETAH Digital, Francesca Gillett. Welcome, Fran.
Thank you for having me.
Now, according to Statista, the market for alternative, virtual and mixed reality was expected to have reached $30.7 billion before the end of 2021 and will surge to over $300 billion by 2024. Now, that was in this Digiday article that caught my eye towards the end of last year. Then added to all of that investment, there's the looming Metaverse.
Yes, the Metaverse. It's no wonder brands are wanting to take full advantage of the opportunity.
Now, as marketers look for ways to bridge this post-COVID-19 gap between online and offline experiences, a number of marketers, from direct-to-consumer brands like Carp and Tula, all the way through to legacy brands like Nestle and Estee Lauder, are hoping to see big returns by investing in an alternative reality.
Yep, Nestle in particular, they're working with social AR marketing company Camera IQ, leveraging AR across Snapchat and Instagram to market to more than 40 of its brands. So most recently, Nestle used technology to create a filter for Instagram and Facebook where users could break a Kit Kat Zebra candy bar in half just by using their head.
Oh, who would want to do that?
Well, I know.
The AR/VR timeline mirrors that of all new tech, said Eric B., who's the group production director of the US agency RGA. I quote, "It slowly becomes more democratized and available to people. This threshold gets passed where suddenly it's a lower risk to jump into these new platforms," he said, suggesting that AR/VR technology is at that point in its own history.
Yeah, the AR/VR gold rush is rooted in the advertising industry's attempt at becoming more tech savvy.
Yeah.
This is another quote from B. They said, "When you do it this way, it prepares brands for the next thing. It doesn't stop with AR, VR and the Metaverse. There's always going to be something lurking down the path."
Now, of course, not everyone will go big or go home as they experiment with these types of activations. Social media filters, after all, are the first teeniest, tiniest sliver of light coming through the crack of the door of the Metaverse. But ultimately, metaversal brand activations are about community and culture as much as anything else. Don't think of them as an ad or even as an event. It's a cultural moment that people will have in their lives that they'll remember if you do it right.
Now, perhaps some of the best examples of what brands can do in the Metaverse comes from video game platform Roblox.
I love a bit of Roblox. My 10-year-old is an avid Roblox fan, so I hope he's watching.
Number one fan. So they went public last year, but in November it announced plans for a Metaverse that's built all around its players. The company says it wants to create a virtual space where people can come together within millions of 3D experiences to learn, work, play, create and socialize.
Now, to create its in-game brand activations, Roblox often connects brand partners with developers working within the platform. Recently, however, some metaverse-minded brands have begun to skip the middleman of Roblox, with the encouragement of Roblox themselves, it should be said, partnering directly with the developers to bring their products into virtual spaces. The end result is a vibrant and expanding creator economy that's sprung up around Roblox, creating lucrative opportunities for brands, platforms and developers. Now, that's not always the way, and often on other platforms, metaversal brand activations are really the result of direct brand platform partnerships. Now, Balenciaga's virtual Fortnite garments, for example, were created in Unreal Engine by an internal team at Epic Games.
We can have a look at their 3D billboard in Piccadilly Circus, London, which is a pretty cool extension of the campaign.
Now, Alex Balfans, who is a 22-year-old Roblox developer whose studio, Badimo, designed the wildly popular Roblox game Jailbreak. And he had this to say about working on brand activations in the metaverse. In the past, we did work with Warner Brothers on the Ready Player One movie integration, he said, through a licensing deal which Roblox did most of. We also have Nerf guns in stores that are Jailbreak branded. Now, Badimo's latest brand partnership involved the addition of a NASCAR vehicle to Jailbreak, and the opportunity, which came via Roblox, involved heavy collaboration between NASCAR and Badimo directly.
NASCAR provided a bunch of sound assets to Badimo, and so they could make sure that their car sounded like a proper real car. And they provided tons of digital assets to make sure that Badimo could model them accurately. It was a deeper collaboration effort between brand and developer.
Well, let's take a look at the experience. Now, over the course of the 10-day NASCAR event, users visited the Jailbreak experience 24 million times, which is a 30% increase in concurrent players. The Roblox VP of Brand Partnerships, Christina Wooten, stated, "Overall, our vision for these activations on the platform is to encourage brands to create authentic and native connections with their fans, which enhance our community's shared experience without interrupting what they're already doing."
I mean, there's no doubt going to be loads of creative ways that brands will connect with consumers inside the metaverse. So we'll look forward to seeing what they might do in 2022.
Bring it on. Now, just for our listeners, we have a special webinar coming up with Chris Wiley, who was the Cambridge Analytica whistleblower, looking at one of the biggest issues that big tech, regulators, politicians, and of course, marketers have to contend with around the way the metaverse develops. And that, of course, is privacy. Now, there's a link below in the comments to sign up for that intriguing webinar. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm off to race NASCAR in the metaverse.
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.